Alrighty, and we are back up and running, it looks like here. Small technical difficulty, but we are back up and running. So Deus, it's good to have a chance to chat with you once more this evening as we get back right into the game here with methinkso and custom.
Yeah, and so in our time down, I kind of peeked over to check what the runners were doing. It looks like both runners did, in fact, get their Triforces out of 6, and both runners did get the raft. methinkso took a little longer. No, I'm sorry. methinkso found the raft very early before he even found the Triforce. cUstOm found the Triforce in 6 and then continued to dig the raft. So spent a little more time in 6 than methinkso. And here goes methinkso checking this. If this is level 5, this is huge. And it is!
Oh, level 5 raft locked.
And excellent. He knows the silvers are in here. So that arrow gamble paid off for him, like you said. Unless this is absolutely full of wizrobes, or not wizrobes, Poe's voice.
Or we could always have fun. Logic will allow for there to be a Goma blocking the silver arrows, because you can get the bow elsewhere and you can buy the arrows.
That would be something else. That would be the game just laughing at you.
Make me think that the seed itself created these technical difficulties for us.
Yeah.
And to add that much more fun.
So we've got an open staircase. Now, level 5 is guaranteed to have at least one transport staircase, even though it's not segmented. Well, it could be one of those non-segmented segmented deals, but let's see if this is the transport. It is.
There it is. The unwritten rule of 5, right? Your first staircase is always going to be the transport.
It's just about always is. Goma creeps by the Lost Hills. There's our hint about level 6 that you needed. You had to go to level 6 to get the raft to even get into this dungeon, but thanks, old man.
Now, let me ask, is that even more frustrating than when you get a hint that says, you are here? To go ahead and find out about the one that blocked you getting in?
Yeah, I think so.
All
such a waste.
So,
cUstOm, meanwhile, sitting on max rupees, he could afford a blue ring. We were just talking about how the money, and don't look now, but methinkso has 224, so he's really close to a blue ring purchase as well.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder where cUstOm is off to right now, because there have been blue ring shops that he's already walked past. Oh, perhaps he's going to go check out the locations that could be. Oh no, he's going to Death Mountain.
I wonder if maybe he's trying to save scum hints. If he saw these hint shops, because both hint shops were in Death Mountain.
That is true.
Oh,
right.
He's going back to where he died. Okay. And here is the hint shop. So he is going to find Goma creeps with the raft that he already knew. methinkso finds the Triforce out of 5, but knows the silvers are in here. There's the silver hint for cUstOm. He's also going to buy the third hint that we didn't see yet. Gleok returns with the magic key, so that is a hint about level 8. So we know the second item in level 8 now. It is the magic key, which will unlock any door.
Though with 8 and 7 keys between cUstOm and methinkso respectively, I have to imagine that at this stage of the seed might just not be worth digging.
Yeah, if you find it on the way to the Triforce, awesome. Otherwise, you continue on. Let's see if cUstOm safe scums these as well. Decides not to. I don't blame him there. What else are you going to find? I mean, he's looking for level 2 because level 2 is above him right now. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you see a hint about a red ring, but he already knows that silvers are in level 5, and that's the last thing that he really needs to find.
Silvers in 5, he has the knowledge all about what 1 has, what 3 has, 4 has. Silver's in 5, the raft in 6, that's there, and now between this he's got all the information about 8, so we're pretty, and he's about to go into 2. So yeah. At this point it's probably not worth the gamble. But if 2 doesn't come up with anything that might help him, like a red ring, maybe he shows up anyways.
He might want to. Okay. He was trying to farm. Maybe he's trying to farm bombs like this, but those aren't bomb droppers, so maybe he's just trying to get them out of the way. All right, now he's got some health. He was making me nervous playing with those Lionels with
I know, right?
With no health. Wow, this level 5 for not being that big of a dungeon, man. These silvers are buried in here.
They're doing a very, very good job of making sure that the silvers are the very last room looked at. Sometimes the sea does fun things.
We've already been in this room because he bombed out of here. Yeah, he's almost all the way back at start, and the Triforce is way up at the top. He might have wanted to just grab that Triforce if he was going to come all the way back down here.
Yeah, save a bunch of time that way.
So level 2, that bomb block now has turned away both runners. He is, cUstOm that is trying to farm some bombs, but yeah, this bomb block is what turned methinkso away.
I mean, Death Mountain is always, it's going to be Death Mountain. It's going to eat through a lot of bombs that you have over there, regardless of how you look at it, but it still doesn't make it pleasant having to pop in and pop out and try to farm bombs from what you can see, the whiz robes and such. Not pretty.
Yeah, and he also, not that the bomb upgrade was anything to write home about, but at least methinkso could get up to 10 bombs going up there. Oh.
Yeah, and on Green Tunic, oh, it hurts.
And this is exactly what happened to methinkso. He took a death trying to farm bombs. This is exactly what happened to him. And because we were talking about how there's any roads or nothing to whistle to, it is just walk all the way back up there.
And you know, maybe it's worth oh, and there's the silvers for methinkso.
Silvers for methinkso. Now he's just got to get back up to that Triforce.
It's a good thing to look at with these two different runners right now. They're both pushing 250. You know, maybe farm a few rupees and pop in and try to get that blue ring at this point in time. But we're gonna buy bombs.
Buy bombs. Man, cUstOm, he saw the hint about level 5 having the silvers. I am surprised that he's going all the way back up to level 2 before searching for level 5. Did he see the hint about it being near a lake? Maybe he hasn't
just
seen
picked
the hint.
it up in 2. So he's got it now.
So
yeah.
He knows it's near a lake. Ah, man. I would have finished that lake check while I was right there, but... Okay. Let's see what what level 2 holds for him. If he gets a red ring or something out of 2, then this could still be a good play.
And yeah, chat, so what's left for methinkso? What's left is finding 4, well, actually now 3 Triforces and heading off to level 9. methinkso doesn't have to get any of the other items that are outstanding right now. Those items being the white sword, which at this point he might as well just go for mags. But being the white sword, the power bracelet, which we know doesn't block anything, the magical boomerang, which is the boomerang, and
the worst
the red
item
ring.
in the game. The magic boomerang is pretty much considered the worst item in the game by most runners. Oh, don't think it. Oh, wow, cUstOm. He's giving me a heart attack here. He almost took another death on that screen.
So right now, if we had methinkso find another dungeon or go back to one of the old dungeons, sorry, that they've already been to, and poke around, the only thing that they could possibly be interested in looking for, or let me back that up, more realistically, the item that they'd want to look for would be the red ring. Or, since I don't think that methinkso has the information about the any key, they may choose to dig 8 a little bit too to go find that, but probably not with as many keys as they've been carrying. And chat, the red ring increases your defense. You can get bopped about 4 times as often as you could get bopped without it.
So there's 2 defensive upgrades: the blue ring and the red ring. So the blue ring gives you half damage. You take half damage, and the red ring you take quarter damage. So if something did a full heart of damage, it will do a half heart of damage with the blue ring and a quarter heart of damage with the red ring. Very useful against Ganon, because Ganon, if you run into Ganon, he will do 4 full hearts of damage against a green tunic.
It
so
hurts.
if you can have, at the very least, a blue and ideally a red, so you only take 1 heart of damage. This Goma blocked transport. If this is the required transport, then this is pretty big for methinkso as well. Well, custom still has
Yeah, the wooden arrows
regular
are
arrows.
still fine,
Yeah, he could still take it. Yeah. All right. Custom is going to dig the item out of this level 2, though, because he walked past... Or no, I guess he's still headed towards the Triforce, but he's clearing rooms like he wants the item.
If he finds it on the way, he finds it on the way. Ooh.
Oh, he can't get there from here.
Gotta spend that key. Ouch. Not
This
as bad
could be the
anymore,
item, though.
but there it
And
is.
It is the item, and that is also vanilla. Magic boomerang and 2, wooden boomerang and 1. Are we sure the seed's even randomized?
I was thinking that when we caught the wooden boomerang, but then we saw the ladder and everything was better at that point.
Oh, this is rough. This Manhandla is just not cooperating.
On
And he has half a heart. Oh my goodness, this is so nerve-wracking.
I think it's what, one more arrow at this point?
Yeah, or a wand hit. There we go.
Got it. Oof.
All right, so custom is going to tie the Triforce count back up at 5 apiece, but he has the Triforce out of 2, whereas methinkso has the Triforce out of 5. Also has the compass in 8, and it is all the way up at the tippy top of that dungeon. So
It's good information to have, though. I mean, 8's big, right? 8 is usually, not always, but usually the biggest before 9. Sometimes 6 can go ahead and do some fun over on that way too. But getting that out of there is going to be helpful, especially since neither one of the runners has any Triforce out of 7 or 8.
And with the Triforce being that far away, that also increases our odds that we will just stumble across the any key along the way.
Oh, that's
and
true.
methinkso is down to 4 keys. So we were talking about how many keys he had, but this dungeon has eaten up some keys.
Now, 9 might not need that many, though. 9, I mean, we heard Ganon really early on. We don't know where Zelda is, of course, quite yet. But, the kidnapped, since one side will be rescuing Zelda, the other side will be rescuing Link. But regardless, we may not need a lot for 9, but you never know.
That is a good point. Magical sword pickup for custom. So the magical sword does 4 times the damage of the wood sword. Just like how the red ring causes you to take 1/4 of the damage, the magical sword allows you to do 4 times as much damage.
Being up in this little corner here, knowing that and then this is exactly what I was going to get at, seeing how methinkso is playing this, is knowing that you are running out of keys, so that might change things. He opened the shutter door and didn't use it. Was whether or not you check this entire top northeast section, right? Because there's not a lot of rooms up here to poke through. And if you can go ahead and pick up that any key, you can.
That Poe's Voice room right there could have been a push block. And being that you can one-shot those, I might go down there and check it. Just like he's doing. Custom is about to find level 5, though. And he also has the hint that the silver arrows are in here, so he will not be leaving without them either.
No push block. methinkso will take that Triforce at 8.
Custom also coming into this dungeon with the magical sword, so he has... Oh, he got the clock, though, so the Wall Master never came out. But yeah, he should make his way through here just a little bit quicker with that magical sword. Now, both runners had the wand when they came in here, so...
Yep.
Wand does 2x damage, magical sword does 4x damage.
Yeah, we should still see, I mean, with the value that you get from the magical sword, especially with these beefy gorillas here, we should see some, down to a half a heart, though. We should see custom moving through things pretty quickly for the remaining dungeon sets that he has to deal with.
Speaking of taking damage, though, we do have a blue ring purchase on methinkso's side, and he is headed into level 7. methinkso just bought the blue ring, so now he will take half the amount of damage every time he gets hit.
And that's a fun comment for chat too. The one that reduces your damage by half is purchasable. As a matter of fact, it's the most expensive item that you can buy in the game. But the one that reduces it to a quarter of what it normally would be, that one you have to find. In the vanilla game, it's in level 9. It's at the very end of the game. But in Randomizer, we can find it anywhere.
Yeah, you always love finding it under an Armos or in level 1 or something. Usually you like to find it very early, because otherwise, usually you buy a blue ring along the way. And don't get me wrong, if you find it, you're going to take it. But once you have that blue ring, especially with as good as these runners are, you definitely don't need a red ring to finish the race.
Yeah, and we'll see. There's a few different schools of thought on how you want to approach things. When we get to 9, we may see cUstOm and methinkso taking the linear path as much as they can. We might see them going through and trying to pop in every staircase they can. If you go to the ladder route, you may actually find the red ring if it ends up in 9, of course, and pick it up. But if you don't go that route and you just want to stay linear, you may not even bother with it. And incidentally, chat, no, you cannot combo them. The red ring is considered an improvement on the blue ring. You really only have one of them active at a time.
Yeah, basically the same as whenever you get silver arrows, it replaces your wooden arrows that you bought.
Exactly the same for the sword. Your wooden sword is replaced by the white sword or replaced by the magical sword. Yep. Though it does have some form of logic in there, right? I mean, it's a ring. You can maybe put 2 of them on your hand as compared to having... Or a sword in each hand link would be interesting too.
Well, I always like whenever you're playing with like a random starting item and you start with the power bracelet and then you find it in a dungeon. I don't know why you can't just wear 2 of them and then like push non-pushable blocks. Make everything pushable.
I think back to, oh goodness, Link's Awakening. I barely played Link to the Past, so I think Link to the Past had it too. Where you can go ahead and upgrade your power bracelet. I feel like you could do that if you had to. Yeah. Bigger rocks.
Yeah, the Titan mitts. I'm actually playing Link to the Past right now. I've never really played it before because I never had a Super NES when I was growing up, and so that's one of the. I feel like that's one of the like, you know, legacy games that you have to play, and so I am currently working through a blind playthrough as much blindness as I can. There's been a few times where I've just gotten absolutely stuck and had to look up a walkthrough, but
oh, that's so much fun though, going through and doing that. Like Link to the Past was one of those check a box as I was getting older, because I never had a Super Nintendo either as a younger person. And you go through and you play it, you check the box, you do it. Very good game, right? Haven't played it in over a decade, but very good game. But getting that chance to experience these Zelda games with no information, like everybody was experiencing it back then when they first came out, unless you wanted to call the Zelda hotline or read Nintendo Power or something like that.
Yep. The you know what the most asked question on the Nintendo hotline was regarding Zelda?
No, what was it?
It was, there's this guy in the dungeon that says grumble grumble and I don't know what to do. And the response that they were told to give was, when your stomach is growling and it goes grumble, grumble, what do you do? And that was supposed to be their hint to like, oh, that meat that I kept seeing in those shops, that's what I do with it.
cUstOm, by the way, picking up the Triforce in 5, and our wonderful tracker, JXB Adam, commenting on the Water Temple. Well, you know what? I remember the first time I went through the Water Temple in Ocarina of Time. And that was the worst. That was maybe one of the worst things I'd ever done in a Zelda game.
See, those are the games I had an N64, and I definitely played all those games when they first came out, but I would love to revisit those as an adult as well. All right, so cUstOm grabbed the Triforce out of 5, and now is going back in for the silvers, which were closer to start than the Triforce was, so I like this play.
Yeah, it was a good call based on how much he dug, and there they are, by the way, how much he dug the top section of level 5. It just made complete sense to return.
methinkso, by the way, found a hard block. So this level 7, even though it looks like one huge block of rooms, is actually segmented. That old man, obviously you can't get around him, the bomb to the north, and the wall to his right did not bomb. So you have to take this transport to get up to this segment.
Ooh, almost a strike there. Oh, and there we go, down with that manhandler.
All right, and so now custom is into level 8.
There's another bomb upgrade right over there in 7, but a little pricey compared to the fact that methinkso already used that money for the blue ring.
Yeah, now custom had the option to just go one room north when he entered here and buy a bomb upgrade. Seeing that he didn't leads me to believe he might also be trying to save for a blue ring purchase. Triforce out of 7 for methinkso, so he just has to get back to level 2.
Now, we know that level 2 is painful to get to. We saw it on both of the runner's sides. With the blue ring, it should be a lot easier for methinkso to get up that way. The question I would ask would be, do you pick up the magical sword on the way? It looks like the answer is no, and you save that for the trip to level 9.
Yeah, that's yeah, because the magical sword is just right beside level 9, so yeah, I agree with this. And this, the way this game is going right now, if he can make quick work out of this level 2, I foresee a game 3 in our very near future.
Depends on how much 9 wants to do 9 things. 9 is,
No. Now, did methinkso saw level 9, right? Because he is still doing overworld exploration.
He did. I believe that methinkso was the first one into 9, but someone correct me if I'm incorrect here. And by someone, I mean chat.
Okay, well, he found a, the potion letter, so now he can buy a potion if he needs to. Doesn't have the money for a potion by a long shot, but, oh! Took a bop back in. That's where the, blue ring comes in handy.
Yeah. And it's always possible that there's a, you know, maybe a mismark or something like that, or at the end of the day, maybe he's looking for a close bomb shop, for instance. You know, when the bombs were a problem last time. You know, it doesn't take you significantly out of the way to double check. A little bit, but not significantly.
You might also still have some take-inies out there. I think I only have a couple of them marked off, but maybe they were finding them and I didn't mark them on my tracker. Maybe he's looking for a potion from a take-ini.
Yeah, that's also a possibility, or now that he has the letter, maybe he was looking to pick that up and hit a potion shop. Or realistically, it may have just been, hey, didn't look at the map and realize that they already found 9. There's options there.
Yeah.
I don't have all 4 take-inies marked either. Now, I'm willing to chalk that up to me just not tracking everything correctly over here, but it's possible that that's an outstanding item. And by the way, back into 2. cUstOm getting very close to being all said and done with 8.
Yep, and he's just going to get back into that 7. Now that 7 was quite a dig for methinkso. It'll all hinge on whether cUstOm takes that early transport or if he tries to just take the walk until you can't walk any further route.
It's those 2 schools of thought, and you know they work out for you sometimes, and sometimes they're not exactly your friend. You run into 9s where if you don't take your first staircase, you never see Zelda until the game's over, as compared to sometimes you just enter a dungeon. If you walk straight in a line for about past 3-4 staircases, boom, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always that you know, a little bit of luck to the randomizer. You know, one person enters a dungeon and turns right, and the other person enters the dungeon and turns left. And
by the way, cUstOm picking up the blue ring over there, add a little bit more defense, and really that's what makes the randomizer so exciting. You know, there's a lot of value, a lot of interest in watching people play this game vanilla, and seeing who can get it done faster. But when you start taking a look at randomizer, it's sometimes like playing a whole new game, and seeing how people approach that and manage that is 90% of the fun over here.
Oh yeah. That's what methinkso finds that you cannot get to the Triforce through the, through the kidnapped's room. So now he's got to deal with this, and he'll find the magical boomerang here. I was gonna guess he wasn't gonna take it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I
going to
don't
try to
understand
just...
the choice.
Okay, he wanded down
worked.
the manhandler.
Yeah.
Okay. Triforce out of 2. So he is the first to complete his Triforce of Wisdom. Now he has to go get the Triforce of Power. cUstOm did actually get the Triforce out of 8. If we could just give him credit for that.
And to update chat, yeah, after they get the 8 Triforces, or the 8 pieces of the Triforce of Wisdom, they've completed the Triforce of Wisdom, they're able to enter level 9. And level 9, your goal is to go ahead and defeat Ganon and get your Triforce of Power, and once you've done that, the pathway to the kidnapped Zelda in the vanilla game, and Zelda on methinkso side, that's going to open up. And so you can now save the princess, you can save the kidnapped at this point. cUstOm will be saving Link, since they are playing a Zelda over in their sprite set. So that's kind of where we're looking for, what we're looking for when we get there. And we'll see a little bit more information, I think, as we enter the dungeon, or at least Deus and I will be talking about it a little bit more.
Methinkso is 4 rupees away from buying that blue potion. But I did just notice cUstOm has his Triforce out of 7. This is going to be a very close entry to level 9. Both runners just a few screens away. They should only be separated by seconds.
The only difference
they're on the same screen right now.
Right.
Methinkso has to go get the magic sword. Yeah.
Exactly.
He's the only way he doesn't is if he forgot about it, and this is not the room.
What are we?
For the magic sword.
So admittedly, methinkso hasn't checked this section over here in the Lost Hills. But why? Why are we checking at this stage of the game? Oh, looking for a take any maybe is a good point for the potion.
Yeah, I mean, at this point I would just get into. I mean, you're in an elimination game. You just gotta gamble at this point, and okay, so it looks like Ganon was to the right of where you enter.
Let's see how easily cUstOm can loop around. And keep in mind is and actually chat makes a great comment about this, is who knows what happens here. Level 9 is it's shapes level 9. It's doing all sorts of crazy things. Sure, we know where Ganon is, but as we can see, we're having a hard time even getting to Ganon. Who knows what the complications are going to be? Who knows what the randomizations are going to look like? Who knows what it's going to take to get to the kidnapped? It's going to be a challenge.
Thought that was the kidnapped there for a second.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Okay, this should get us to Ganon. Yes, so
yep,
Ganon. So we have our first Ganon sighting at 1 hour 13 minutes 34 seconds ish when he entered.
And for commentary, since I see it coming up into the chat while we go ahead and fight. Oh, actually, we're fighting Ganon. This is going to be exciting for a second here. So Ganon's going to take 4 hits from the magical sword before Ganon turns brownish red. And that allows us to go and shoot him with the silver arrow and defeat Ganon. Just like that from cUstOm.
So that is our Triforce of Wisdom obtained. Or no, our Triforce of Power obtained.
Yeah. So what we're also looking for in this this case here is a room with a single shutter door. And there it is, right there. Well, or attached to Ganon's room. That would be Link.
So close. But all right, so get your GGs in chat then for cUstOm. Game 2 winner and series winner. So he will be moving on to the semifinals, and methinkso is just a couple of rooms away from. So now he has found Ganon. That running over to get those potions, I think, cost him. If he didn't run around looking for a potion there towards the end.
Yeah, this is that actually might be fully correct there, since the difference between the two of these runners is going to be a minute maybe between when they actually finish this all up. So we should be. It's tough. We'll have to ask them when they join us in the booth here.
Yeah. So cUstOm finished with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour 14 minutes 17 seconds. And get your GGs in chat for methinkso, finishing with an official race time of 1 hour 15 minutes 16 seconds, 59 seconds, less than 1 minute separated these two runners. And we are joined in the booth now by our game winner and series winner, cUstOm.
GG, cUstOm.
Thank you, GG.
Yeah, that you actually made up some time there towards the end. For a second, well, for a couple of minutes, it looked like methinkso was going to beat you to level 9. You guys would have entered about the same time, but he opted to run over and buy a potion, and then he also needed to stop and grab mags on his way into 9, and that was the difference. That 1 minute was the difference.
Oh man, that I felt behind the entire time. So knowing that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a really close race. So yeah, and that should move you on to the semifinals, correct?
Yes, round of 4.
Awesome.
And GG methinkso. Welcome for joining us in the commentary booth.
Yeah, GG's.
GG, man.
Yeah, we were just telling cUstOm. You had to get the Triforce out of 2. He had to get the Triforce out of 7, and taking that early transport saved you because you had to take that transport to get to the Triforce. And yeah, that running up to buy the potion and get the mags was basically the difference. Otherwise, you guys would have entered 9. You guys were literally screen for screen walking up to 9 until you peeled off for the potion and the mags. Or it would have been that close.
And that was the question. Was that a potion hunt when you took the raft over in East Tyrol and then you went ahead and bombed up in the Lost Hills? Was that what you were looking for?
I was actually looking for mags because I didn't see it earlier.
Oh, you hadn't? Oh, that's interesting. We thought you had, so that's good to know.
2 or 3 times up there before I even got to that letter cave. So I was like, that's why I was exploring so much near the end. I was like, I just got a few overworld checks, like, and it might be crucial to get mags.
Gotcha. Yeah, we just assumed that you had seen mags, and we were like, oh yeah, he'll just pick mags up on his entry to 9. That makes sense. Okay, that explains a lot then.
Everything clicks now, so that's good to know. But
man,
nonetheless,
that sucks. I thought. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Sometimes that minute really makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, still a great race and a great tournament to both of you guys so far.
Yeah, great race. How did you feel about that level 5 being raft blocked, by the way? Which methinkso. You had the info early that 5 had the silvers, and that 6 had the raft, and cUstOm did pick that up before hitting either of those levels, I believe. But how did that raft block looked like it was the last part that was routed in over there? So how'd you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I think there was a hint saying that level 5 was in the lake area, and I had cleared everything out at that point. So like by the time I found level 6, I knew I had to dig for the raft. Which if I didn't know about that, I might have skipped it, which would have been really bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't get. I always dig DM last, and I think the hint for all of that was in DM, and I dug out 6, and I was like kind of unhappy when I found the raft because usually it's not anything good. And then when I got the hint that 5 was by a lake, I was like, thank God that I took the time to do that. It ended up working out.
Yeah. So. The bummer of it was when you guys were both in 6 at the same time looking for the raft, even though you might not have known it yet, cUstOm. And the stream crashed. We actually had to reboot the entire stream, so we missed your guys' level 6 digs. But yeah, I mean, thank goodness that you got it, because we were debating whether or not you guys would dig. Well, we were debating if methinkso would dig the raft since he saw it. We weren't sure how much of the lake area you had seen, because we were like, there's like 12 spots near a lake. Is he going to dig the raft for one of those 12?
So you guys missed the part where I stabbed the raft with my wand like 5 times then. I was not happy to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately we did not, or that would have been hilarious once you realized that it was actually required.
Yeah, we were trying to catch on your streams as best as we could while SpeedGaming 2 was having some challenges. So we were getting here and there and back and forth, and that would have been great to have popped in for the whole group to see.
Okay. Anybody got any final thoughts about this seed or the tournament so far?
Just like GG's, custom was great racing you. Really close match here.
Yeah,
So that's awesome.
I'm glad we ended on a banger here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well then, GG's to both runners. It was great watching you. It was great watching you on the previous matchup too, and then everything that's been happening so far in terms of the whole Rookie Rumble. You both did an amazing job from start to finish. So not only GG, but thank you for all of the time, the energy, and the effort you put into working towards where we are at today, and all the entertainment and value that you provided to everybody who's been watching this entire time.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so with that, I think we should probably start wrapping up. I just peeked over onto SpeedGaming, and that race has also already finished. It looks like Ratboy took that race, so GG's the Ratboy. That clinches him moving on to the semifinals. Unfortunately, there is no other races tonight in the Rookie Rumble tournament that we could raid into. Looks like the next race is scheduled for tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So I'm sure we will see you then. But in the meantime, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Thanks SpeedGaming for lending us their channel to bring you this great content. Thank you, Neo, for joining me on comms, and thank you to JXB Adam, the true MVP, keeping us up to date on the tracker.
Yeah, but I will say thank you, incidentally, to Dim Gaming, or Deus. I appreciate having an opportunity to do comms with you. Thank you, Adam, as well. And thank you to the runners. We'll pop it one last time in chat for anybody that's listening. The links to their Twitch. Give them all a follow. Great runners. They're doing great stuff. Have an opportunity to see what they keep themselves up to.
Yeah, follows are free and they're very much appreciated. But with that, we will sign off and set you guys free to enjoy your Saturday evenings. So peace out, everybody. We will catch you later.